All right. So now that you can see the map and everything that's going on the map, you can move your. You should be able to move your tokens around. If no one can move their token, let me know. I think I have them all assigned. Not that it matters now.
Nope, I'm good.
I'm good.
I don't know why I have a cross on Ben's character. I'll figure that out later. Anyway,
Well, because he's dead. So.
this is highly possible. So yeah, so as you guys are there, combat is over. You will see Carter is going to come out dragging the dead body of a massive burly bastard. Kind of looks like he was the leader of this group. You will see her finally kind of calm down a little. There was only a couple rounds of rage, so she still has quite a bit of time before you're going to see her go back down to normal size. You will notice that she is a little frothing at the mouth, and beside her are three humans, two female, one male. They're not going to speak. They are literally just going to salute Carter, and then turn and salute in the direction of our new dwarf, and then they are going to vanish as her rage fades away.
This is a weird question, but do I recognize any of them?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
Nope. They are. You wouldn't really probably have come across a ancestor barbarian.
I didn't know if they were old enough to be in the vision.
Oh, those? No. Nope. These
Cool.
are just her ancestors, yep. And then she's gonna.
My glasses also fade away.
And you're gonna see her go back down to her 5'5" size and calm down a little. A little.
And she is human, and the
She's
other
human. Yes.
she's human.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to do now that your first battle is over and you came out of it pretty good because they rolled horribly?
Yeah, Francisco. Francisco's going to walk over. He's going to pull a little cloth out of his lapel and wipe the blood off his scimitar, and he's going to walk over to the dwarf who helped in combat, and his first thing is he's going to put the scimitar to your throat and ask you, so why were you here?
Yeah, before that you saw it. This dwarf Tooth is just kind of like looking around. He looked kind of awkward. He didn't know what to say. Now the scimitar's in my throat. He hesitates. He's looking at the bodies, and he says, "I saw them from the tree line. I saw your cart. I saw them in the tree. I was in the trees."
And what were you doing in the trees?
You see him looking around more at all the different faces. I saw, well, I saw you come. I saw you come out of a tree, and I think I'm supposed to. I think I'm supposed to be here.
Did you have a vision?
No,
Oh.
no, I saw you. I was in the woods. I saw you, all of you, come out of a tree, and I followed you here.
Well, and Francisco's gonna drop and sheath his sword, and the the help deserves a drink, doesn't it? So let's see what we can rustle out.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go start trying to find whatever alcohol got stashed into the wagon.
Francisco!
Considering
Poke.
who
Oh, go
it
ahead.
was who
Yeah.
filled that cart, as you go inside, it's pretty much gonna be similar to what Dora gave you, pure moonshine.
Awesome.
Probably a good 2 crates of about 12 bottles each in there for you. And
Great.
water, tea, coffee, like all that sort of stuff if you went around, but it is pretty good moonshine.
Great. So yeah, as he's rustling through, he'll look over. What?
Did you see it? I killed that guy's head flew off.
Yeah. What did you do?
I don't know. I just called him a coward and then he blew up.
All right. So, I mean, stuff like that happens. Is that your first time? Is that your first kill?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a good kill.
I should probably feel worse about this, right?
And well, when you're pushed, killing's as easy as breathing.
Works for me. And I skip off to go check on Carter.
Yeah.
I gotta check on Talos. Sorry.
Who were they? Did they talked, but did they say who they were?
No.
Did we hear them say they wanted our cart?
Yes, you heard one of them say we were told to take the carts.
Someone told him to steal our carts. But I don't know if it was like our carts or just any carts that were on the road. It could be either, really.
Thieves try to steal from a thief. It doesn't work.
You'll notice the 5 of them are kind of have the same clothing that Francisco does.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I searched the bodies.
Yep. Did you did say you're gonna go look at Talos too?
I was, and then I...
Backtrack.
No, I'll go check on Talos first.
Okay.
I have to remember what character I'm playing. I go check on Talos first.
As soon as you get inside, you're not too sure. You're going to see a lot of, not scorch marks, but a little bit of leftover smoke. You're not too sure what happened, but it kind of backlashed into Talos, and he is powered down completely.
Uh-oh. Can I do a, medicine check or something? Is he injured or just sleeping it off?
He's a robot, so if you wanted to give me... Medicine probably won't do anything, but if you wanted to give me either... if you're a gnome, it'd be tinkering. Give me an arcana.
I'll come in and help, so you can do that with advantage. I'm also will check him out, too, just...
Okay.
I was sent here to protect him, so...
22.
You will notice that if you open up his chest where Ben has been stuffed a few times, there's kind of looks like he electrocuted himself. You'll see the remains of some electric, like magic in and around him. You've seen him reboot before. This kind of looks like he's rebooting again.
Okay, so he'll fix himself.
He'll fix himself.
Okay.
Time-wise, you probably won't know how long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I check on him, and then I stick my head out of the cart and find the dwarf, and I just go, rude! And then I'm going to loot the bodies if no one else has done it by now.
Yeah, I'll help you search through the bodies as I pass the bottle to our dwarf friend. And when I pass the bottle to you, I'll say, Francisco.
I take it and I say, Tooth. Everybody calls me Tooth.
Okay, Tooth.
And I'm gonna look at the bodies while you're looting, and they were They were weak.
Yeah, yeah, they were.
All because they rolled poorly.
Francisco's not gonna miss the fact that they're dressed in pirate regalia. So what?
Do you
I'm
want an
actually,
investigation on to see if you know who they are?
yeah, I'm gonna look for identifying like tattoos or whatever.
Yep.
I'm gonna look for stuff.
Okay.
Oh yeah, whatever stuff I find is cool too. But
Yeah. Because you're going through their bodies and they're dead, you don't really need to give me investigations for them. You
Cool.
do for to know if either a history or just whatever you roll you think you want to do to see if you know who these pirates are. And the question, Tooth, you asked me nothing else in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The only other thing I'll do is to walk over if everybody else is checking bodies. I really notice that dwarf, so I'm gonna walk over to that dwarf
Okay.
and see if there's anything I notice on that body that could tell me something about him.
Okay. And by now, Carter, you're going to see the humanoid that was 9 feet tall and very angry. She's going to settle herself a little, come over to you guys, make sure you're all okay. Everyone good?
Not a scratch.
13 on the history.
13 on the history. You will, as you look on them all, they all have a tattoo of a lightning bolt on them. You might have heard tale of a ship that might recognize called the Lightning Strike. But other than that, you wouldn't know who runs that boat.
Yeah.
And because you didn't go to see the port in Port Mead, you wouldn't know if that boat was there or not. But it wasn't.
Gotcha.
That wasn't one of the ships that you've seen in Muna, because they'd be still traveling here anyway. But yeah, you would have heard tale of the lightning strike and the crew, but you probably don't remember the name of the captain or what area they patrol.
Got you.
Yeah.
But
But you can tell from the bodies they haven't been on sea in a while.
okay.
Yeah. So Tooth, you're gonna see this. She's not that big. She's in very nice armor, very nice sword that glows a little. She's just gonna walk up to you and go, "I heard you fighting. I didn't see it, but I heard it. Thank you for the help. How did you know they were there?"
Tooth has just kind of been staring at awe in this woman. At this woman,
Yeah.
he's gonna say,
Beside you, in your head, you're gonna hear, "Try to be gentle. She's got more issues than you do."
well, I tried to say it, but I was in the trees, and I saw that they were in the trees too, and it was happening pretty fast. The carts came up, and then they had weapons, and so I ran in. So I was in the trees.
Not many people would help others. We appreciate that. I'm Carter, captain with the Navy. I don't know if these guys have been nice and introduced themselves yet. The robot that you see in the cart, I don't know what's going on with him. His name is Talos.
He's rebooting. He'll be fine.
He's an odd one.
Yeah.
This is an odd bunch. Just we have, there's a lot going on. I don't know how well informed you are. Just suffice to say, we appreciate your help, and we need to get out of here as soon as we can. We are heading towards New Hope.
Oh, I came through there, but I was coming south, and I think I was looking for all of you.
Stranger things have happened since I've met these people. So, I think I heard you say you seen us come through the tree yesterday.
Oh well, yeah. I came. So I found myself in the area, but I saw the tree open up and you all came out of it, and well, I followed you uh, to. I felt like I needed to be there, and then you were standing there, and I checked the tree, and it wasn't hurt at all. It wasn't damaged. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Yeah, it was first for me. The druid that brought us through here, she was odd. Capable, just odd. Yeah, suffice to say, just thank you for your help.
He's gonna perk up at Druid and say, a real you met a real life Druid."
Yep, she was different, but yes. Yeah, her name is Kaga. I take
I
it you're not from around here.
Well, I'm sorry. I have a lot more questions, but I don't think there's anything else around us now. But if wherever you're headed, I'd quite like to join for some time before I maybe figure out why I was drawn here.
That's been the question these all have been trying to figure out, I think. Well, one more works for me. How about you guys? Well, actually, I'm in charge, so it doesn't matter what you guys think. I'll take you. When you meet our friend, not friend, when you meet Puck, he'll know. You would you would remember the weird creature that was with them earlier. That came through also.
Yeah. Have I ever seen like a robot before?
From where you were, probably a few times when you're helping certain things out in the building. You wouldn't have seen one throw magic before, and all the ones that you've seen would be in better condition and put better together than this one. This one's pretty much patchwork, little pieces of steel, porcelain, a couple pieces of wood. This one's just a shoddy robot. But packs a punch. And you would kind of know, what are you guys wearing? You guys were students at the sanctuary. He might recognize your garb.
Everything that I am wearing, it was basically straight out of the Lost and Found, so.
Okay.
Except for my new fancy cloak.
Yes.
Yeah. I probably have the cloak over most of my clothes, but it might have like the insignia or something because I got it from the school.
They kind of look like students
class, yeah.
From the Lunaran
Yeah.
Sanctuary where you did a little bit of work. So you'd
Interesting.
recognize them as students. But not our pirate.
No, Francisco's wearing good billowy man blouse.
Yeah.
And full pirate regalia with the shield on his arm.
I take it you're not all druids.
None of us are druids, I think.
And Benjamin, one of the other ones, you would remember also, looks to be semi like a ghost. A little see-through, but squishy. Yeah.
And I just look like a very stretched halfling.
Yeah.
But like regular human size. Just very weird.
Yeah.
We're a very normal group.
Yeah. And
We're
Francisco's
super chill.
Francisco's half human, half drow.
Yeah.
One red eye, one blue eye.
Yeah. Carter's the normal one.
This is fine.
I keep looking around and I'm you see I don't make a lot of eye contact, but I'm just observing everyone. And what's in New Hope? Like I said, I came through there, but I felt like I needed to come here, and now I'm here, but you're going to New Hope.
Francisco's going to say very exasperately, my house.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, one more for me works.
I'll allow it.
Hop in a cart. I won't mind. You really don't have a choice. The house was given to you. You haven't even been there yet. Anyway.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Tooth looks like he might even be having second thoughts for a second, but then he goes and sits into the cart and straddles up next to that robot.
Okay. Carter will she'll just look at you and go, just make sure he doesn't fall over and break. That's all I ask. We still have a day and a bit trip to get to where we're going. I think Sabrin said she's been up here before, so she might know exactly where we got to go. We'll figure it out on our way. Anyway, R&R, all that stuff, and now I'll give you the loot list of what's
Yay!
the bodies. So you're gonna want to write this down.
Loot list, please hold.
4
Loot
daggers.
list. Ah!
Just nice,
Okay.
standard, regular daggers.
Uh-huh.
You're going to find a grappling hook and 50 feet of rope. So 2 of them had backpacks on, so you can add 2 just regular backpacks. 2 short swords, 1 crossbow, 1 longbow, extra strings.
Okay.
About 25 bolts left for each. One of them who didn't really get to do anything, he has a hooked polearm for pulling people out of saddles. It'll work pretty much the same as a glaive. So 10-foot reach, and I believe the glaive is a 1d10. One very nice breastplate. So you didn't really need to buy one. I was going to give you one. But, so there is
It's not our money.
No, it is a very nice breastplate. One full suit of chainmail that was on the dwarf. So it's a dwarven side chainmail. You find 2 regular healing potions. 1 vial of acid. 250 gold. 80 silver. All the pirate clothes. And 1 very large pirate hat. As you look at the guy who has the big pirate hat, you would be able to tell he was a bosun.
Mm-hmm.
So if you would like to upgrade the tiny little hat that you were given to a
Yes.
bigger hat without earning it, that's on you.
I'm taking the hat.
I figured you would.
And I'm swapping my breastplate for the nicer looking breastplate.
Okay. Yes, this one's shiny. It does have the lightning bolt tattoo emblem on it also.
Mm-hmm.
Just to let you know, but you don't have the tattoo to match. Yeah, and pretty much just a bunch of pirate clothes that are now covered in blood, cut up a little.
I will give
One
the
that's
healing.
really-
Oh,
sorry, one that's really, really, really squished and coated in everything. Yeah.
I'm gonna give the 2 new healing potions. I'm gonna give 1 to. I'm just gonna stick 1 in Talos's pocket, and I'm gonna give 1 to our new dwarf friend. Here you go. Thanks.
Yeah, you can stick it in his new component pouch.
Yes, I will stick it in there.
Because that's a small bag of holding.
Give the other 1 to Tooth. I will
Tooth
take.
seems very surprised
the...
that you gave that to him.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's pretty much like 50 gold for the 5 of you.
Oh, I have to share it.
Talos.
All right.
Oh, Francisco's not going to let you have all the gold.
I can guarantee Talos.
Oh,
doesn't give a
noticed.
shit about gold, so.
All right, 50 gold. That's fine.
Yeah, so if each one takes 50 gold and then split 80 silver, Talos, I believe, being a robot, won't give 2 shits about money.
Yeah. If he needs to buy something, I will buy it for him.
Yeah.
So there's what 1, 2, 3.
You've noticed so
4.
far, Talos doesn't really need to buy anything. It just kind of shows up.
So we each get 20 silver.
Cool.
Yeah.
Unless anyone has any objections, I could use these, and I hold up the crossbow bolts.
No, I'm good.
And it's
Yay!
it's a light crossbow.
That is also what I have, so that's fine.
So it's a light crossbow, but it is a longbow. The halfling did have a longbow.
I can't use a longbow, so I don't take that.
Okay.
Oh, I take it. I just put it in the cart. I don't personally take it.
Yes. Okay.
Now, you wrote all that down, right?
I've already put it in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you. I thought you were doing it, so I did it.
I did, yes.
Okay. Yeah, worst comes worst, I can type it out, but
Nope.
I just have it.
It's in the.
I
We're good.
literally just came up with it on before we started. It's like they're gonna need.
Can anyone use this? I just hold up the vial of acid and shake it.
The vial of acid basically does, it does what is it? It's 2d4 plus 4 if you pour it on something. If you coat something with it, it's going to do 1d4 plus 4. The vial itself it's like a small vial, so it'll last 2 rounds. So if you pour it on something, it'll do the 2d4 plus 4 and then 2d4 plus 4 unless someone wipes it off as an action.
Yeah, I could use that.
Hey, go. That seems trustworthy.
Yeah. Cool.
I will keep an extra dagger just for dagger's sake. But leave the others if anyone wants it.
Yeah, I think Ben will take 2 of the daggers because I don't have any weapons on me.
Bruh!
You have clothing and a cloak.
Yeah, I have clothing and a
Sure.
lamp. Ben doesn't really
Bring
use
your
weapons.
Nope. Or need
He's just-
anything.
Yeah, but you know, he's kind of like, I guess if we're getting in fights, I might need these, so
Yeah.
he'll take some
So
knives.
if you wanted to grab one of the backpacks so you actually have one, you can too.
I think I'm
Yeah,
going to
good.
try and prestidigitation a piece of the pirate clothes that I think
Yep.
would fit me
Yep.
to clean the blood off some.
Okay.
And just like I don't know if Francisco is noticing, but I definitely pocket them.
Okay.
I just want some.
Yep. By all
What-
means, any clothing that you can find will fit. There was one humanoid. Carter smashed the shit out of a dwarf, the 2 halflings, and another dwarf. So yeah. Because your size, most of the dwarf stuff still would be able to fit you.
Whatever looks the least torn up, because I can clear the blood off, no problem.
Probably.
But I can't mend the clothes.
Probably the halfling outfits then.
Cool.
Yeah, because they really only got their throat slit and a little bit of stabby.
Yeah, I grabbed that then.
Everything else got electrocuted, burnt, and smashed.
Tooth is watching this methodical stripping of all of the all of the weapons and equipment with very wide eyes. He doesn't make
by
any.
a bunch of students.
Yeah, he's. This does not look like a familiar process.
It's technically not a familiar process.
No,
for
we've
them.
never done this.
Francisco's right at home.
Oh yeah, this is normal. For
But
them.
we've never done it.
You're gonna see the two Ben and Sabrin just kind of poking at something for a while Francisco's already got 3 or 4 of them done.
Yeah, Ben's kind of like standing behind Sabrina a little bit, letting her go through it mostly, like just kind of watching.
Yeah.
But Ben's dealt with bodies, but not ones that are freshly killed.
Okay.
In like the science room, he like helps with dissections.
Yeah. Yeah, you've seen a lot more than you've actually done or been involved with.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you guys pack up, are you just going to leave the bodies on the side of the road or are you going to hide them?
I was gonna leave them.
Yeah, I'm leaving
Unless
them
Carter tells us we need to move them, I can't move a body.
You can tell
there. Or
she wants
actually,
to get the
there's
hell out
that.
of there.
You know what? There's that pond or whatever right there.
Yes.
Yeah. So you know what? No, we're gonna.
Hold on, before he does that, does this seem like drinking water of any kind?
Yes. You'd be
Yeah.
able to
Don't
tell
put that in there.
you are close to the plains. So this would be a cattle run.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just go, maybe I think people drink from there. We probably shouldn't poison it. Please?
Fine, and I'm just gonna drop it there next to it and get in the car.
Yay. I go up to the cart next to him.
All right. So as you guys get in the cart, you guys are still. That probably only took you like 20 minutes total to do all that, maybe a half hour. Yeah. So you guys start moseying your way back, having escaped what was supposed to be a really good ambush, but they fucked it up royally. If they were on a boat, they might have been able to do a little bit better. But anyway, so as you guys go, you're going to see not much traffic on where you are, but you are going to be noticing, because where you guys are to your right, as you go wind your way up a little more northeast, that there is quite a bit of movement in the plains. It looks like there is a little bit of early morning harvest finally working their way around. It's like I said before, it is 250 square miles of farmland, so it is a massive open field, few hills, whatnot. It does take a good week almost to go from one side to the other.
So Brent puts her hood up. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Off in the distance where you guys are, not too far, you will notice way off in the distance something moving. Looks a little odd to you guys. It's moving fairly quick. It looks like almost the roof of a house for some reason, but it's moving quick and kind of looks like that in the distance. Just walking through the field on chicken legs.
Interesting.
Do I know what this is?
Nope.
Okay, so that's new.
Yeah, I think something came through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Truth, you
a
would
lot of
recognize the area is kind of where you were when you first seen the portal open and Morgan come out. Same general vicinity is where where you were at the time. But it doesn't stay there. It just kind of keeps moseying on and around, and it's going quite quick, like running speed. Like within 15-20 seconds, you're not going to see it anymore.
Okay, bye.
God, I hope that's not my house.
So yeah, as that happens off to your right, you guys mosey on up towards New Hope.
I for sure add that image to my book.
Okay.
And then I just write, I don't know what this is, but it was really weird. Do a little picture.
Your response is just going to be a question mark with, it's going to animate like a shrug.
Yeah, like a shrug emoji. Yeah, I don't know either, man, and I close it. Put it away.
Okay.
So we're going past that area, that first portal experience.
Yes.
And that individual is not a part of our traveling party, right?
No, you've seen him go into the city a couple
That's
days.
the last I saw of him.
That's
Yeah.
the last you've seen of him and his
Okay.
little kitten. Yeah, you camped out for about a week before you seen these guys come out of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
But you still feel something drawn in that area. So as you guys move up towards New Hope, you were hitting probably, by the time you got there, you're probably 2 o'clock in the afternoon by now. So whether or not you guys want to eat as you go, probably you do. I don't think you guys
Mhm.
want to stop. Did you guys want to talk or do anything on your travel for the rest of the day? It's pretty much just farmland to your left. You're just on a farming track, but you are moving faster than probably everybody else.
Well, it's me, Sabrin, and Ben in
Correct.
my cart,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And everyone else in Carter's cart.
Correct.
Yeah. As part of the conversation that we're having traveling, I'll turn and look at you, Sabrin, and be like, well, a lot of times after your first kill, that'll be one of your first tattoos.
Is that a thing you can do?
Well, and like he'll pull up, the sleeve of his left, and he'll just show like a little, I don't know, maybe 1 inch wide drop of blood. Like, so that right there was the first ship raid I ever did. I can't tattoo it, but we could do something for your first one.
I so much want to insight check this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just have to. It's not that I don't believe him, it's just that I don't believe him.
And you can roll deception or whatever you want to roll against that.
No problem.
12. I don't
12.
have insight.
It's all right, because I'm just going to take 10 no matter what, because Francisco's not like.
Yo.
And he'll further explain, goes, what we could do is we could do body modification with the acid and just carve a little thing with the drop.
That's definitely gonna hurt, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, tattoos hurt too, so.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll do it when we stop.
That'll be smarter.
Am I in the wagon with?
You're with Carter and the broken down, powered off robot. You can either choose to sit and ride with her up front, or in the back in the covered wagon.
At some, I don't. Can I make the transition mid?
Yeah.
I'm sure we had to stop to pee. So
yeah, I'm gonna. I mean, I started in the back.
Yeah.
It's starting to give me the creeps to sit next to this power down robot. So eventually, I'm shifting up and I'm sitting next to Carter, and I don't know how much to RP, but I'm gonna ask her how this group came to be. Essentially, I was very, very surprised to see the different outfits and the different looks on everybody, and so I sense that she's the leader, at least I have. So I'm going to ask her how these people came to be.
She's pretty much going to tell you the long and the short of it. She has known them for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
She met them 2 days ago in Muna, which is a long fucking away from here. You know where Muna is. It should have taken them a long time, but you did see them tree stride their way here.
Mm-hmm.
She will basically give you the easy version because she doesn't know how much she should tell you. There was some sort of event that is happening. You would know that you've seen a couple portals pop up, so you would. Did you want to tell her that you've seen them during this conversation?
Uh, so after she mentions, I already mentioned the first portal I saw.
Okay, you did say that to her. Okay, that'll work. So
Yeah,
she
and
will.
I'm gonna bring up the other one too because I don't see that person here.
No. Yeah, the
Yeah.
first portal would have been Morgan. You seen another one with 3 people come out, but as soon as that happened, nothing. You didn't see anything from then on.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of vanished as soon as they came through. So you describing Morgan to her, she will be able to tell you a little bit more. Um, Basically, what's happening is um, 3 of these people I met only a couple days ago. I was brought in with an admiral in the Navy by the name of Greybeard to accompany him and our wayward pirate in the back that we basically conscripted to help with a problem. We have pretty much taken not really hostage, but we gave all the pirates that are in the general vicinity a choice to live or die, and he chose to live after a while. So there's something weird coming through these portals. There's going to be a lot more of them. We need all the help that we can get. They are from a different plane called the Feywild that is slowly being destroyed. So we are having about 500,000 refugees come through a portal here very soon, and we're trying to figure out how to deal with that problem.
Mm.
And a couple of our students back there have been given visions about it. So I'm just basically trying to keep them safe. That's the gist of it.
Got it. At some point, he'll ask, while you were back there, the way that you fought, could those people with you, could you talk to them in your head?
It's not something I'd rather talk to someone I just met.
Well,
They are.
yeah,
They're family. I have anger issues, and they are basically there to help get me through it. That's the easiest way to put it.
yeah. Tooth just goes, me too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. And I'm gonna scramble back into the covered wagon at some point, or go quiet until we take a pee break.
Okay. Yeah, there's only 3 of you that need to do that, but yes. So yeah, that'll be a good hour conversation. She'll tell you more eventually, but that's pretty much the gist of what you're gonna need to know for now. These guys can fill you in on the majority of the details. But yeah, there is still lots going on, but that's the simplified. When they have time to sit you down for half the day, they could probably go over whatever else they want to talk to you about. But yeah, that's them. You're going to get the gist of the story is soon-ish. A lot more weird creatures are going to be coming through that you're going to have to deal with. Above table, I'm destroying the Feywild, and you're going to have to deal with everything that's there. All of them. Yep. So you've seen a couple powerful ones come through. These guys eventually will fill you in more about Morgan and Puck, but I'll let them do that. Because Carter, like you, doesn't like to talk much.
Yeah.
I think at the next food or pee stop or whatever we do, I just
dinner.
go over to Carter and bother her for a minute.
Yep.
Okay, so I know we're going into New Hope, right? Yeah.
That's the plan.
I know a little bit about it. I don't know how much you know, or if you want me to share what I know. I don't know what you want.
I have been on the sea for the last 20 years.
Okay.
I've been to the port around here. I've heard stories, but I've never been here.
So,
Any information would be great.
the mayor is a dwarf. His last name's Whitestone. His family line's been the mayor for like ages. He's like, I actually don't know. Is 300 years old? Is that old for a dwarf or not that old for a dwarf? Mid?
Yeah, like 45, 50-ish for us.
Okay. He's like midlife crisising right now. He has like a crap ton of children. He's married. His wife's name is Greta. She's also a dwarf, so they just have a lot of little dwarf babies. And his family line goes back like all the way to the portal, so he may know something. Or have like maybe like an old family diary or something. I'm not really sure. There's also like a museum a little farther with a bunch of old stuff from when our people first arrived here. That could be useful. I'm not sure.
So you're from here?
I'm from, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, because I think technically I'm from the Plains, not New Hope.
It would be New Hope, but there still is a few homes inside of the Plains that are used for basically like inns, because it's so massive that people do still need. So like there'd be like a small little community and like 10 little small communities inside there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm from nearby. I wasn't really that interested in the museum growing up. I'm more interested in it now.
I don't know.
I can tell you loads of stuff about farming, but I don't think that's actually that useful yet. I wasn't going to be good at it. I did the numbers, but that's really it.
Okay. So, well, all right. I don't know if I have a feeling we're probably gonna have to be the ones to tell the mayor about what's going on. I haven't got any communication from anyone yet, but we'll figure that out when we get there. If no one has told them about what is going on, I'm hoping someone did. Maybe one of the weird gnomes we met yesterday. One of them was a merchant head, so maybe he's given word ahead, but again, I don't know how that stuff works for them. Yeah, we'll see. Museum sounds fun. See some old stuff. I don't know how useful it's going to be to our current situation.
Maybe we can trigger a new vision?
Yeah, I like that idea. And
I don't know how they work, but maybe.
Then how did the first one happen to you? I never did ask.
Hold on while I check my notes.
You were looking at a painting.
Okay, I couldn't remember if there was one before that.
Nope.
We looked at the painting in the library, the like painting of the interpretation of the portal, and then we just like, Talos saw something else. I was like there on the other side as like a child, and then there was like a woman, and she was like, "It's coming! It's almost time!" And then everyone was screaming, and then we all went through the portal, and then we were here.
Strange people. Okay, I don't know how that's going to help us either, because that's from the past, but we'll figure it out. As long as I can keep you people alive to where we're going, that's my main goal.
Well, we were expecting, sorry, I'm going to check something. So I'm pretty sure I have this. Yeah. So I don't know if it's related, but I saw banners that said like Happy Fey Day. So now it's the Fey Wild that's being taken over. That can't be a coincidence, right?
Also, if everyone can give me history checks, who's listening to this conversation?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, am I in earshot of this?
Yeah,
Are we still moving, or are we?
We'll say we're down for like dinner time, so it'd be like 6 p.m. You're all like at a campfire. You're pretty much gonna be by now on the side of the road, just camping for the rest of the night.
19.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is a natural 20 for me.
Okay.
I got a 22.
Anything 13 and over. So
Numbers, well.
Okay, well, we did really well, so thanks.
as you hear Fey Day, in the back of your mind, you would realize that very soon, coincidentally for you maybe, you are in the month of Drax, and you are trying to bring up my map here. Calendar, thank you. So on the 43rd, 44th, and 45th of every month, you have a celebration. And some people forget why you celebrate that day. But in the back of your mind, you would know that those 3 days for this month coincide with 3,500 years ago. You first came through the portal, and it is a celebration of Fey Day. So in 10 days' time, it'll be 3,501 years to the day since your ancestors first came through. And that's when you're told that the rest might slowly start coming.
Yeah, so that can't be a coincidence.
Yeah. Wasn't planned at all.
Yeah. Maybe if we just like touch the old stuff, we'll get visions or something. I don't know. That could be fun. And I'll skip away.
You would also
go back to the car with Francisco.
You would also remember that Puck did say you might have 2 weeks left before stuff starts coming through. So calendar-wise, you would recognize that you have 10 days left before something might occur or start to occur. Yep.
Yep.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. Go on.
Oh, I was going to say, did when I overheard the name of the dwarf mayor, did that ring a bell for me from my past?
Not too much from where you're from, no.
Okay.
This, unless you're in the area, you would have probably might have heard tales of the long history. But you might have wandered by maybe one of like the grandkids of this person where you are from, but you not indirectly know.
Sure. Okay.
Yep. Most of this family stays here. Yeah. It's kind of like the oldest son is the next mayor. Oldest son's the next mayor. It's just gone down for generations.
Pretty much everyone that's born here stays here. Yeah.
While I was listening in, I was also playing with the acid.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, and so Francisco's gonna experiment on himself first. So, and what it is he's gonna grab a dagger, put the very tip of it, like a quill and ink, and try to carve a lightning bolt, about on a blank space on his mid forearm.
Okay. since you are around a few mages, if you want, they could use. Does it? Do any of you have minor illusion? 'Cause
Nope.
they could put it on you.
I do.
You do? If you used your minor illusion on yourself, you'd be able to trace it. I'd give you advantage on your roll for that.
Outline it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, that's great. I'll definitely do minor illusion.
I'm sure your character would know the best.
I understand the process of tattooing.
Yes, but trying to do it one-handed by yourself, unless you get somebody else to do it for you, would be challenging.
Yeah.
Hey, Francisco, I just thought of something. I have ink. Isn't that what you use in tattoos?
Yeah, I don't know how to. Ooh, actually, that's a good point. And I'm gonna take the ink. So from her, and like I said, I'm essentially trying to carve in a little void. I'm gonna pour in some ink, and then I'm gonna cast Healing Word to try to close it up over it.
Okay. Yeah. Give me, as a bard, give me a performance check to see how well you do. With advantage.
No problem. With advantage.
And if anyone has guidance that they want to give, by all means.
21.
I wish.
21. Yep, I will say it is unless you're under extreme scrutiny of looking at it, it is a good copy of the tattoo. But it's not the same color. If you're just using regular acid or ink, the lightning bolt will be a completely different color, though.
No problem.
But you'd be able to, if you get some actual tattoo ink, even with the acid, you'd be able to go back over it. So if you eventually do want to match it, you're going to have to get the right color.
No problem. No, I wasn't looking to try to match their tattoo. It was more just experimenting.
Perfect.
So yeah, I'll get a successful tattoo done and say, all right, it works. I'll show it to Sabrina and say, your turn.
Okay, but does it have to be a lightning bolt? I don't want them to think we're part of the pirate crew if we come across them or something.
Okay, well, what were you thinking?
As you're going, you're going to see Carter lift up a few spots and say that you might want to use some of these as if you want to take a look. She's only going to let you look. But...
Who, me?
No.
Take a look at what?
She is covered underneath.
Oh.
Like
Ooh.
Probably 50.
Yeah. For sure I go over and check out this very hot lady showing me her tattoos. What do you want? Yeah, I go look.
Yeah. Yeah, like she's... most of hers are Navy related, but you will see like naked ladies, naked men, anchors, standard sailor shit all over.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I have never been on the water and barely know how to swim. But I still look.
Yeah. Just as inspiration for you.
Yeah. Okay. How about what about like
Oh, and you're gonna see a picture of a semi-handsome human that has been somewhat scratched off, and it almost looks like she tried to carve the skin away from it. That's kind of healing.
I'm pretty sure Francisco's mentioned she has an ex-husband, so I'm not that surprised at that.
Yeah, I definitely have.
Yeah.
Okay. I skip back over. Okay, so what about just like gosh, I don't know. Sabrina's useless. What does she even do?
You blew up the dude's head.
Yeah, but how do we do with blown up head? What does this look like? Those psychic damage.
Just do exactly that. Just draw a blown up head.
If you're gonna
explosion.
Are you gonna use the ink also, or just the acid?
I was gonna use the ink.
Okay. It is black, color of obsidian.
Ooh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
I could give you an option if you like.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I would like here, and I will pull out my notebook, and I will flip to a page that I've done extensive research on, and I will show you a picture of a very, very simply drawn black chalice.
Okay. We don't have a
Very
tattoo
clearly
needle.
the sign of Drax, the symbol.
You could draw it on for now if you wanted, and get a tattooed artist to see if you wanted to see how it looks, and then get an actual tattoo artist to do it later too.
I mean, technically, we could just carve it with the dagger.
I kind of thought we were just going to carve it with
By all
like
means.
put the ink on an arrowhead or something and just carve it in.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
not the
Like I said,
right
for
ink for it, but if you're going to heal as you go, I'll say it probably won't give you lead poisoning or ink poisoning.
I'm resistant to poisoning. It's fine.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Yeah.
Then do as you feel.
What do you
okay,
think?
And if you no, Carter wouldn't let you. No, I'm not even going to suggest it.
Now I gotta know.
I was just going to say you have a robot that is currently turned off. He's got
I don't know.
tattoos already.
He's got what?
He's got a couple tattoos on him already.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine. Okay, just like maybe like right here, right? That shouldn't be too bad, right?
no. Hold still.
Okay.
Another performance check for me.
Yep.
Not with advantage though.
Oh,
20.
Unless
Ooh.
Dirty 20.
Perfect. Yep.
Still good.
You have a very, very good replica of the Drax chalice on you.
Dope.
Yep.
Love it.
Alright. And as soon as Francisco gets done with the tattoo, he's going to say, all right, you're all done. And he's going to wind back and smack your tattoo hard.
As you do that, I need a wild magic surge, please.
For sure you do, yeah.
Fucking right, I do.
Yeah. Okay, so
D20 and a
16
D100.
on the D20.
16, okay.
16 on the D20 and 75
Ooh, that's a 30.
for the D100.
For the next 1 minute, you can hear anything within 100 yards of you, and you have.
I think that what happens.
You have advantage on all perception checks.
What happens is he smacks it. I fall off of whatever we were doing this on. My ears start ringing again. And then when I get back up, I just go, there's a bird over there. And just point like so far into the woods.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. I go give him a hug very awkwardly for him, probably.
Oh, yeah, he's full on just like.
Yeah. Yay!
You're too.
Let it go skipping back to the cart. And every so often you just hear like me regularly with ADHD just go like squirrel. Just like you don't see it, but I'm definitely sure it's there.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else want to do anything for the rest of the night?
Bedtime.
Are we bedding down and stopping, or are we switching so the people who don't really need sleep can drive the carts? What's the plan?
That is up to you. You guys don't really have. Well, yeah, you did ride horses on your way to Muna, so you would have a little bit of knowledge of horses. Ben would not, and Talos is powered down.
Oh, true. Okay.
So you would technically, safely only be able to use one. Whether or not the other one would probably follow. So if you're in the lead, you could. Being on the planet, you do have 3 moons around you, so it would be fairly bright, and it is nice weather because it is kind of harvest time. So if you want to keep going through the night, that you can. You just might have to do some survival checks to make sure you don't hit anything. But that's up to you. Carter's going to suggest no.
I'm bad at that.
She would rather sit and stay for the night.
Yeah. No, I listen to Carter.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sleeping.
Okay. If you're in my other
I write.
campaign, if you're in the other campaign, I'd say sure, because it's pretty much bright all the time there.
I write in my journal all about my new tattoo, and then I go take my weird little not sleep thing.
Okay, you're gonna do your light rest.
Yeah.
Just light work. You can start in on your other books if you want to, because you do have a couple more books you're gonna read. I think I gave you 3.
You did give me 3.
Okay. I don't know how much time you've had to finish the other
I
one yet.
started reading The Lunar Legacy. I'm about 3 hours in.
Okay. You wouldn't have had any time the day before.
No.
You wouldn't have had any time. You would have had a couple hours if you wanted on the trip to where you currently are before you got attacked, because you were just in the side. But if you were paying attention to other things, you probably wouldn't read. But
No, I wasn't reading yet. I'll read after.
You'd probably be able to get a good 8 hours in tonight then.
Okay.
Since the 2 of you don't need to sleep at all, you'd be on pretty much most of the time. You guys are going to be the ones on nightly duty for watches, while everybody else can get their 8 hours, a full 8 hours without waking up. So that works. Tooth, did you want to do anything with you or anything?
There's one other member of this group that is not Carter, right? A dwarf.
No, it's just our robot and Carter. The dwarf never came with these guys. He was also dressed in navy gear, nice big hat. He went into the port with them, but he never came out with them.
And then okay, great. And then everybody, when they're going to bed, is it kind of?
And you also didn't see the creature that looked like a half goat come with them either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And when everybody's kind of, those who are going to bed, are they sleeping in the wagons? Have we made like a camp with like sleeping rolls?
The carts themselves would fit 3 people to sleep in. Not comfortably, but there'd be a hammock in there and some bedrolls. Carter's probably just going to grab something on the ground and go to sleep there. She'd be sleeping beside Talos just to make sure nothing happened to him. And the only other one that needs sleep is our half-draft.
Yeah, and I'd be in one of the hammocks.
Yeah.
I think I set up in between the 2 carts so I can keep an eye on both of them.
Yeah.
And I just read my book, and you never see Sabrin go to sleep.
These 2 would be able to just tell you that you can sleep all night. We got watch because they don't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see, like Tooth is just kind of walking from person to person for a second, but he doesn't end up engaging with anyone. He goes a little bit more into the woods and pulls up a spot to sleep there.
Yep.
And he'll only do one thing before he goes to bed. Kind of telepathically, he'll ask, "Is this where are these the people I should be with? Is this where I should be?"
These guys, really?
Your response is going to be pretty much, this is strange for me. I still feel like we need to be, those 2 that are up there, there's still something strange about those 2. I think we need to stay.
And that, I get the sense that's about Ben and Sabrin.
Correct.
Okay. Gotcha. And then just a side question. Did I have a vision? Like, would we call it a vision? As I've heard,
No,
as I was hearing Sabrin describe theirs, I don't think I had something like that.
You might have, when... No, that was during the recap. They wouldn't have told you anything about the baby. No, the only thing you would have still remembered while you're in the city, you felt 2 then 3 pulses,
Yeah, that was
and
it.
that was it.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
So yeah,
you still feel like you need to stay in this area, but you still need
yeah.
to go with them. But very soon you're going to be drawn back to here quickly.
Mm.
Yep.
So yeah, Tooth will kind of have one eye open, but eventually we'll just go to sleep,
Yeah.
tucked away in the woods a little bit.
You got a watchful eye anyway, so you'll be fine.
When he goes off into the woods, I just lean over to Benjamin and go, "He really likes the trees," and then go back to my book.
Yeah. I feel like Ben probably like climbed up on top of the roof of the wagon and is just sort of like floating up there,
Yeah,
looking at the sky or
you don't
something.
weigh anything.
It weighs nothing,
No.
so
Yeah, I weigh nothing, so like,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
I just kind of like look over the edge and go like, yeah, he does like the trees.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so from where you guys are, give me, since the 2 of you guys are going to be on duty for the night, give me perception checks, please, to see how well your night goes.
Do I get advantage for just the first minute?
No.
Dang it. Okay,
Just
that's not bad.
thinking.
16.
Fire in the... Okay.
That's a 10.
It's not bad for me.
Okay. Ben, you're probably staring at your new lantern. And if you wanted to try and figure out what it does, you could open it up and play with it if you wanted, because this is probably your only time to get to know the spirit inside of it.
Yeah, I probably would.
Okay.
Because I got time.
You would be able to tell it's a type of magic that kind of works like a mage hand. You would have seen a few of them at school before. It will pretty much do everything that it does. And it will, even when it's not in the lantern, it will give off 30 feet bright light and 30 feet dim light. So you could technically send it out like a mage hand to light an area.
Okay.
And eventually you'll figure out what else it does. But it's pretty much right now for you a light and a permanent mage hand.
Cool.
Yeah. Your 16 perception check. You're going to see not too much. You're not going to hear a lot. You're going to hear a lot of still just regular general rustling in the area. You do hear a lot more noise coming from the planes that you're used to. And on occasion, you still will feel the thump of the house walking around all night long. But it's going to be like here and then quick and then go back. And then it's almost like it's patrolling the entire area. You're muted too, just to let
Yeah, I realized. So it doesn't feel like it's stalking us. It's just
Nope.
going through the planes. It's
You
themselves.
can tell it's almost doing a complete perimeter check.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, there are quite a few lights on in it when it gets a little closer to you, but it is moving like it's probably going 100 miles an hour. This thing's moving pretty quick.
So speedy.
It's got 250 square miles to do, and you're going to hear it probably every 2 hours where you are. So it's booked. Yeah. From there, I will say the rest of the evening goes great. You wake up in the morning. Talos is finally powered back on. Little weirded out that he electrocuted something and helped kill it, because that is not in his programming. And from there, we will end and pick up in 2 weeks.
Yay!
I didn't want to do too
Nice.
much more without him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
It's 9:50. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I know. I figured we're done in
It's
9
close.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did we level for killing all your bandits?
not yet.
Dang it.